Water supports life in many different ways. In this video, we are going to discuss how certain properties of water can keep life in aquatic environments, reach the highest plant structures, and help you breathe. A water molecule can make 4 hydrogen bonds with 4 neighboring water molecules, as here. However, since molecules are dynamic and move all the time because of their kinetic energy from temperature, water molecules might have less than this number of hydrogen bonding, especially if their temperature is high, because hydrogen bonding will keep form and break as water molecules move around. Okay, normally when substances are cold, they shrink. Okay, but for water, it's a little bit different. Okay, the water keeps to shrink in size and have a higher density until 4 degrees Celsius. Below that, something will change. Okay, let's talk about above 4 degrees Celsius. This figure shows water molecules, which are the circles here. They are constantly moving around and changing their orientation and angle, so hydrogen bonds will not last long enough to give a structure for water molecules. However, below the 4 degrees, water molecule will have less energy, less kinetic energy, and hydrogen bonds will last longer and will be able to lock the water molecules in their place to a form of a crystalline shape, similar to this. This is this is a 2D structure of it, and that's the 3D structure. It's a tetrahedron. Okay. As you can notice, I hope that these circles in here acquire a larger space than these here. So the density of this, which is ice, is lower than the density of liquid water. Now, this property of water is very important for aquatic life to happen. In case ice was denser than water, then let me grab my pen. Okay, let's say that this is an ocean or a sea, whatever. Okay, if ice was higher in density, it would precipitate in the bottom and keep forming, keep climbing up, and eventually it will reach the surface. When it is in the bottom, no sunlight can reach it to thaw it. So simply it will continue to form. Nothing will heat it up and thaw it. So aquatic animals and living cells will no longer be able to live there, because water is the solvent of molecules in the cells. So if it is frozen, no cells can live and function properly. Okay, moving from this to cohesion and adhesion. Cohesion and adhesion are another form of water properties that also arise from hydrogen bonding of water molecules. Cohesion is simply the attraction between water molecules. This is a water molecule and this is another one, the attraction between them, which is a result of hydrogen bonding. So water molecules tend to stick together, and adhesion is the tendency for water to stick to other molecules and surfaces other than water. Okay, here is a plant. Normally, sun will evaporate the water molecules from the leaves. So this is a water molecule. It will evaporate. When it evaporates, it is attracted to the water molecule below it, so it will pull it upward. And when this is pulled upward, it will also pull its neighbor upward. and this force will be transmitted through a long water column inside the plant xylem until it reaches the roots. So it's like a water column with a continuous motion pulled from the heat of the sun or the evaporation of water. It helps in transporting water into plants, especially if they are tall. And there are other forces, we won't discuss them here. Okay. Yet another property of water is surface tension. It is also a result of hydrogen bonding, and notice that all the properties we have discussed this far are results of hydrogen bonding. Okay, surface tension is the tendency of a liquid to compact itself as far as possible and acquire the least surface area. Okay, where does this force come from? I mean, the force that compacts this surface. Well, there are two ways to explain it. The first is that water attracts each other, the cohesion property of water. So a molecule of water here in the core of a liquid will have attraction from all over it. Okay, all the sides. So there would be no net attraction to one side than the other. Whereas at the surface, let's say that here is a water molecule, it will attract this one to go down. Whereas there is no water molecule here in the air to attract this water molecule upside. So all the surface will have a net force acting toward the center of the liquid. Another way to explain it is that water-air interaction is unfavorable, and it puts water in a high energy state. So water will avoid this and go to the lowest energy state by decreasing its surface area. Okay, it is good to mention here surfactants, which are compounds that lower the surface tension between water and air. Have you ever wondered why if water alone doesn't form bubbles, those the kids blow, and when soap is added, bubbles can be formed? Well, soap acts as a surfactant. Let's say that we have this surface. Okay, let's take this surface, which is already drawn. Okay, this surface. What surfactants does is they mask the surface. They mask the surface and avoid the interaction between water and air, or at least decrease it. So the tendency of water to collapse on itself and to take the least surface area will get weaker. That's how surfactants work. Okay, surfactants are important in lungs. Well, in lungs, surface tension is essential because you would never breathe out the oxygen you have inspired if you do not have a thin layer of water inside your water canals and water chamber, inside your breathing canals and breathing chambers. Okay, this is an alveolus, which is where breathing happens. It is lined by a thin. This is thick. By a thin. Okay. Okay, I don't have a thin. This is it. Okay, it's lined by a thin water surface that closes or pulls the structure of the alveolus toward the center because of surface tension. So it helps you breathe the oxygen or the air out. And there are surfactants here so as the alveoli do not collapse completely. There is a clinical condition called respiratory distress syndrome. If you want to check it out, see the PDF file I included it for this video series, you can find it in the description below. Thank you for watching and hope you the best in your study.